Hey guys, Jano Zero, how you doing? I'm going to give you a quick update here on the hydroponic stuff and show you what I'm into and what I'm doing. And so let's take a look here. Alright, here's the other plants. They're doing really well, except for this bean plant that's over here. It's going to be a real small one, and I don't really expect it to do a whole lot of anything. So I'm probably going to go ahead and get rid of this plant. You see how small that plant is compared to the other plants that are growing up these little poles that I put in here. What I'm doing, since they're pole beans, is I'll come in here every day and I kind of pull them down and let them wrap around themselves again to try to keep them as low as I can. And then these little tomato plants here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one tomato here and replace that little bean plant that's not doing very well. I'm going to put one tomato in this corner, and then I'll put another tomato over here in this corner, and that'll leave me this hole here that'll stay open, so there can be some light that gets in there for the fish, and we can feed the fish through here, and I can add water and nutrients and stuff like that through this hole. It'll be like an access hole. But I wanted to show you underneath here, if the camera will pick it up, if I can get it open here. You can see how the roots come down through and dangle into the water. That's exactly what we want them to do. I don't know if you can see the fish in there or not. But they're still in there and they're still alive, so far so good. Been about, I don't know, a week, 8 days, something like that. So let me go ahead and get those tomato plants. I'm going to plant those tomato plants, like I said, in the corners. And I'm going to do them the same way as we did the beans with the little clay ball planting medium. You can use marbles, you can use gravel, you can use anything. All it does is just gives a place, a little bit of stability for the plant, and something, for the plant to grow in and the roots to grow down through. So, and then I've got something else that I made for another tomato plant that I'm going to show you as well. So let me get these other little tomatoes in, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, there's our little tomato plants down in there. We're going to give them a little bit of water so that it'll start dripping down through. But you can see in there the mist that comes up, and that encourages those roots to grow. When the water comes up from the bottom, it encourages to go down into the water. So that's what we offer right now. I don't want to get a whole lot of light into the tub because I don't want an excessive amount of algae to start growing in the water. That wouldn't be good. I know there's a fish in there and they will eat some of it, but they won't eat a lot of it, and I don't want a whole bunch of algae in there. That's why I don't use a clear tub, because I don't want a whole bunch of light getting down to the roots of these plants. And I'm not some expert gardening dude, y'all. I'm just this is just how I do it. This is just how I do it. So let me take you in and show you what I'm doing with these this other tomato plant and the little rig that I got made up for that, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I was looking online at their fancy little indoor grow room type things that they had, and all it is a box lined with mylar. So I figured, why bother? I mean, we got mylar taped, we got those emergency blankets taped in there to make their little grow room. So I didn't see any need to spend a couple $100 on a little box that's lined with mylar. So what I did was we got this is a mylar. This one you can use bucket liners. This was a box liner. You can see that it's square. You can use a bucket liner. And what I did was I cut a couple of slits in the side here, and just took some wire hangers and brought it up, a little bit of electrical tape and a dowel rod, like that. And then on the inside here, across the bottom part of the clothes hangers, the wire clothes hangers, I run another dowel rod, and this is just a little 10 watt LED light that we had laying around from one of the fish tanks that we took down. So I run it in there. That way the light hangs in the middle. Then we pull down the mylar, and it makes its own little bitty grow room in there. So I got this chain hanging from the ceiling here. Set this over the top of the bucket. See, I got the 5-gallon bucket here. It's just a regular old 5-gallon bucket with a hole in it. We got a little water, little aquarium heater right here and a little bubble stone. So you can see that there's bubbling in there. Not putting any fish in this one. You can see it's bubbling. The same exact setup, just in a 5-gallon bucket rather than the Rubbermaid tub. Oh, lost my little hook. So now I just drape this over the top of the bucket. The Mylar hangs over the sides of the buckets. Plug in our light. And there you go. You can see that it's all self-contained. I don't have a timer on this one, so we'll have to keep track of it. But it's all that light is right inside with the plant itself. There's a little bit coming out of the bottom, but you know the lights need, plants need a whole bunch of light, especially when they're starting out. So that concentrates all that light onto that one little plant. And we'll see how this works. I think it's going to work. I feel pretty good about it. I think it's going to be all right. I think that little plant's going to be happy and grow up and make some fresh maters. And it's just something else that we're going to try. And like I say, y'all, if I can do it, you can do it. Get you a 5-gallon bucket, you can grow a plant. If you don't like my way and you look at other videos on the internet and you don't like any of that stuff, there's always one more way to do it, and that's your way. So, you know, these are just ideas. Growing plants, growing vegetables in the wintertime. So, there you go. We'll keep you updated. We'll do another update next week or so, and we'll see how everything's going. So for now, thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. The end. Buzz, buzz. The end.